Yeah, let's continue the video.
I was watching you, Shaq. Was you out there at that lady's house? What lady? That lady I thought I saw you with. What lady you seen you with? The one you was talking to at Chick-fil-A in the drive-thru when we was both getting chicken sandwiches. Like, that's a Vietnam veteran, but in lady world. So no, you shouldn't deal with her at all. They're trying to force you to say she's strong. A strong lady is the one who's been traumatized and all this other stuff. Your definition of strong. Strong only got one definition. But you niggas like to play with words.
No, that means she's been in some household for too long.
Hold on, exactly.
And she needs somebody to help her come out of it.
Get your thoughts together before you speak, nigga.
So what the girls are basically saying is a strong lady is a lady that's been through a breakup. Like, is that what strong lady is? Because if we was to explain a strong man, we would not say a strong man is a man that's been through a breakup. It's just one of those things. You feel me? So I don't understand what kind of explanation is that? That's wild, man.
I said I agree with some of the things that you are saying, but this is what I was trying to say before I was getting jumped. I was getting jumped out here. None of these niggas do nothing. It's like, nigga, let him get up. Let him get up. Hold on, get my up. He got it.
Because they know we speaking bad. That's why.
Let's address this issue. And I'm gonna dismiss that. I don't think black women have attitudes or anything like that. That has nothing to do. Like, yes, you can be strong and all that and not have attitude. Well, I don't believe it's a black woman thing. I'm dismissing that whole narrative. Yes, black women do have it harder when it as of now when it does come to relationships. But there are a lot of successful black women that are in great relationships.
Don't you just hate it when you've got random pension?
That's my thing as well, because a lot of people say like, if you ain't got money as a man, like you shouldn't find love, you should go and get your money up. Should that same thing be for women as well? Like, why don't they have the same energy? You know what? I'm gonna save that for another video. Let's not get out of content. I'm gonna save that for another video. I nearly just went off the rail for that one, yeah. But you know what? That's not even worth talking about in this video. That's gonna be a whole new segment for that one. Yeah? For now, let's stick to the topic in hand.
If you keep hanging around and choosing niggas, you're gonna get them. I get all that. What I was trying to say is I'm over this right here because these two jumping out of me. And when I was trying to tell her, like, I agree with it, but they beat me up so bad mentally, I'm just over it. So I'm gonna ask this question because I can't remember. All right.
Before they finalize on that one, I just want to add. So a lot of women say, there's not enough men, there's no good men in this world, whatever. But one thing you forget is 1 to 2% of men are the men that's successful, 6 to 3. It's out of all the men is 1 to 2% of men. And all these women are after those men. So the other men that they don't find attractive, they don't even give them a time of the day to even find out whether this personality is gonna match theirs. So what happens is that 1 to 2% of men, the older women want, he has so many options that when he's making a mistake, he wouldn't care less, because at the end of the day, you step out, you're gonna look for another 1 to 2% of male similar to him that gets a lot of attention. So what happens when a man gets a lot of attention? He doesn't have time to think about what he's done wrong, because he wouldn't see it. He wouldn't see it. That's my opinion. Let me know in the comments if you guys agree with me. I know the girls are gonna bash me in the comments, but that's just my opinion. Might not be a fact, but it's my opinion. You feel me? So hey, spare me.
Now,
Niggas do, they run.
no, I'm not running. What it is?
Prime example, the niggas that put alcohol.
No. say I agree with you. I was only agreeing to some of the parts. My point was, if you see me, you don't see a soft girl. And as a man, when we're attracted to women, we're going by what we see, what she is showing us. If you're coming to me and you got this whole shield up, which I understand, you got your shield up. But at the end of the day, once you got your shield and your sword up, you still going to look at, I'm going to still see it as like, well, damn, I know you've been through some shit. I know you've been through some drama. I know how dudes are. But that's still not something I want to keep approaching. Now, yes, it takes a while sometimes to see that. You think the girl's slow things off, and then she got all this, hey, well, I've been through so much drama. That's why God said, only the virgins. Now, we're going to go on to the next question.
I just say, if you're not over your last situation, don't be a burden to your new situation. Don't be bringing all of your drama onto the table now. The new guy has to deal with all the trust issues you have from your old relationships, forgetting that this is a new person. Of course, everyone learns lessons. You learn, we're all human. You learn lessons, and things that happen will remind you of other situations, but also you need to remind yourself, he's not him. You know what I'm saying? Or she's not her. You know? This is a new situation. Everyone's different. You end up being that person, that bitter, jealous person, or whatever happened in your last situation. Bring it to your new situation. You're gonna end up so that your new situation is not gonna know the new you. And what's gonna happen? They're just gonna leave because they'll be like, nah, man, this one they got issues. This one got too much issues. Obviously, we all know things happen. You know, no one's an angel, but it's not fair on a new person. That's for guys and girls. You feel me? Ain't got nothing to do with race. You know, it happens everywhere.
Yes. Yes. Because if we're not getting emotionally tied to it, we're not getting pregnant.
You are so one-sided. You are so one-sided.
Okay.
So we're supposed to accept the hoe as a virgin.
No.
But y'all want something that ain't never been touched.
Okay, listen.
What is we talking about?
No, y'all.
Well, that's the. See, this is the thing. Once again, brother, you. I guess you're new.
One thing, she said you have to accept a hoe, but a man wants a virgin. But one thing you forget is, if a man's a hoe, who is making the man a hoe? The woman is making a man a hoe. Vice versa, the man is making a woman a hoe. So a man can't get it. You remember when it comes to penetration, like respectfully, when it comes to penetration, us men don't have a power, you know. Like, if we ask for it, if you give it, cool. If you don't, then it is what it is. You feel me? So you have the final say as ladies. So when a man's asking and all the women say no, you gotta put a ring on it before you hit it, then trust me, there'll be a lot of virgin men walking around. It's just how it is. You feel me? It's crazy, but it's just how it is. And of course,
in this arena, you're new in this arena. Give me a second. I gotta show the bald head. I gotta show it. My dear, we're not equal. We're not equal because yes, a guy out here just sleeping around things. The lady he wants to marry a lady that people just ain't been messing with because he don't want a lady who run over here telling him that she got her barriers up and she's big dog. She's big dog status. Yeah, he don't want that lady. Like a lady wants a guy to take care of her. The guy don't want a lady to take care of him. Well, I'm saying, like you see how like I say, oh, so we gotta accept a man whore. Sure, yeah, accept that. I gotta accept a nigga who don't want to pay bills. I gotta accept that. You know, another thing is I gotta take accountability for if you are causing chaos. Yeah, you know that's one thing I think guys don't understand. Like
it's true what he just said, because obviously a woman wants a man that's successful that will pay all the bills, look after her, financially, physically, which is all good. So I don't see anything wrong with a man saying, okay, you know what, I just want a woman that's not been around the block. There's nothing wrong with that. We're not asking for much. We're just saying we just want someone that hasn't been around the block, because a man's woman is like his bank account. You feel me? And her vagina is like his pin code. Only he knows that pin. But if you start giving it away, and you're giving it away so many times, you know, the pin ain't personal no more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We're not trying to get no one wants a woman that's a contactless that you can just tap, tap, tap. Nah, B. We don't want that. We want chip and pin. You know what I'm saying? These fingers do damage. Don't play with it. Trust me, man. I hear what he's saying, though. It makes sense.
When you marry a lady, you know that thing say, hey, yo, nigga, get your wife. That's him making, you gotta take accountability for this nigga being crazy. Because if you don't go get your wife, I'm gonna bust your ass. That's how that goes. So that's the one piece that people understand that like, you know, women need to take accountability. Women, yeah, sure, women should take accountability. Yeah, they won't. So they won't. Nigga, be prepared. You gotta take accountability. Women don't like being compared to children, but do your children take accountability or do the people come up and say, get your kid? That's what it is. Get your wife, get your kid. That's how that goes. So I gotta do this. Yeah, you gotta do this. And I gotta do some things that I don't like, my dear. I gotta do some things that I don't like. Like if a person point a pistol at you, some reason I gotta jump in front of it. Knowing I can't knock them bitches off. I'm not Superman. Hell, I wish I was Wolverine. I wish I could take a couple of them and just get back up, but I can't.
Not supposed to accept the whole disability. I mean, that's not. You're not really supposed to accept the man that's been fucked up. No, you're not supposed to accept the man if he been a hoe. I agree. I give you that.
You're supposed to accept your bro.
No.
The thing is, you know, of course, everyone has the right to accept who they want to. If a woman is saying, oh, she would never accept a guy that's been around the block here and there, you don't have to. But when that guy that's been around the block, he's got this and he's got that, it becomes a high value man. So every woman wants that man. No one really cares. But if it was the other way around, a woman's been around the block and she's a millionaire, she would not get high value man. No. She wouldn't get high value man. It's just how it is. It's life, isn't it? A high value man that's been around the block will get high value women, but a high value woman that's been around the block will not get high value men. It's just how it is, man.
You don't know, a lady's supposed to get with a guy who's gonna take care of him. A man sleeping with things doesn't actually matter because her whole thing is about being taken care of. Men and women it's not the same thing. It's just that we want that to be the same thing in society.
Ugly, not doing shit with y'all life, and can bring y'all up.
No, that's what y'all majority accept. That's what
we
I ain't saying
come to a situation
I ain't saying that.
with a little bit of harder exterior because y'all just want.
No, I'm not saying. Y'all supposed to. The problem is that's what y'all actually are accepting. Y'all are letting the broke nigga, the nigga with no ambition to know. If a nigga broke and he got ambition and he really trying, that's different. But y'all will accept that nigga that just got the being a nigga that do it. That is the issue, because niggas that's doing this thing, niggas that hard-working men, we're not talking about them because guess what? They're doing their thing and y'all not going after those niggas. Because those niggas ain't the niggas that are attractive at the end of the day. Those niggas.
Exactly. They don't want that. They don't want that guy in the suit doing a 9 to 5 every day. No one wants that guy that doesn't like going out in a weekend, that ain't got a chain, ain't got gold tooth muscle, you know, attractive. They want a guy that everyone else can look at. You feel me? So when you become an option, you become angry. But the guy that wants you, you don't want that guy. You feel me? Make it make sense.
Attractive. The niggas that's attractive to women aren't the niggas that's just behind it, that's 9 to 5 that y'all see.
Facts.
Okay, yes, but if you
Wait. I'm confused a little bit. But it sounds like you just said, I could be wrong. Did you just say that guys who work hard, and like they're behind the desk and like they're working hard, did you say that guys who work hard are not attractive? That's what he just said. Ayo, but if you're attractive, I know you're not working hard. Why? Because the guys who's out here working hard are ugly. Is that what you just said? Now, I don't know if he considers himself as a guy who works hard.
He didn't say that.
Told me he was ugly if that's the case. But I could be wrong. But I just heard I'm so sure that he just said that ugly niggas are working hard.
I think it's one of those things where it's the aura. When you're out on the street and you're street smart and you're making money outside, it's the aura, it's the confidence, you know. You have time, you know. You can be spontaneous. But when you're doing a 9 to 5, you're working, it's like everything is structured. You can't just on a Wednesday evening go out to the movies, you know, or catch a quick day flight. You can't do that because you have work the next day. Everything is structured. They don't want a structured man. They want a man that's, you know, that's available. Still have the money, but available. You feel me? Yeah.
The other ones who are attractive. Motherfucker, did you just say I don't work hard, you bastard? Don't you ever disrespect me. Y'all see that? Y'all see what I just did right there, yeah? I just told y'all I was attractive. I know. Don't you ever disrespect me or my brother over here.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I don't think that's what he said, man. But I heard that because a 9 to 5 is when you do a 9 to 5, you hardly go gym. You hardly in events outside that you get to meet people anyway. Most of the people that do a 9 to 5 structured is either on the Saturday, Sunday they have, and they have not even Saturday, Sunday, Friday evening they might go out for a drink. Saturday they might just want to rest, then back to work on Monday. They can't be on the phone too late because they gotta leave the house at 7 a.m. in the morning to go work. You feel me? So it's harder for those people to settle down. That's for men and women. I'm not just talking about men. Even women too that work so hard. It's hard for them to even get a boyfriend like that because unless your boyfriend is a 9 to 5 with you, then it works. But if he's not 9 to 5 with you, it's gonna be hard. It's either he's got too much time and he's gonna think you ain't got time for him, or it's vice versa. You feel me? Let me know in the comments what you guys think, man. It's your boy, A-Dog TV. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out.